Hey, so yeah, okay, so I thought I'd continue to do another video here. So you can see this is like a water park thing, and they turn it into an ice rink during the winter. So I'm gonna walk up this hill because I talked about that story where a car almost ran me over. So I'm gonna go there. So yeah, and like, you know, because I'm gonna be traveling all day Tuesday, and I'm not gonna have a video Sunday. So the one I just did is going to be the Monday video, and then this will probably come out on Wednesday. Or maybe I'll even do it Tuesday, or I'll upload it like Monday night before I leave. Yeah, I'll probably put this out Tuesday. Yeah, because Wednesday I won't have a video. Because what I've been doing is, you know, I do the weekly video for the paying members. I want to do that video on its own. I don't want to do a, you know, free video of the day. So usually that's Mondays, but because I had a little setback being sick, it's gonna be, I was Wednesday last week, it's gonna be Wednesday this week, and then I'll go back to Monday. So usually Mondays you won't see these basic free videos. You're gonna see the pay videos, and then the other 4 to 5 days you'll see a video. And I'm gonna change this around totally at some point where this is going to be more these kind of videos on all the sectors charts. I think I'm going to only do one free video a week with an interview every week, either with another analyst or a company. And then, you know, because I want to like have a even keel approach where I'm giving some content for free, right? And I can get sponsors, but I also want to like have people have, you know, when we're talking about a Patreon for, you know, $7 a month, or for the most basic service, and then when at some point when I do start my Substack for $25, $30 a month, you know, I want to give the paying people that sort of thing. And I think the newsletter industry, I guess that's a bit what we can talk about, has changed. Like even companies like Agora and Porter Stansberg have talked about it. This is cool. This was never here when I was a kid, by the way, just so you know. This was just like, you just ran up the dirt. So you know, you always think about too those things before I get into it, you know, like you look at the remember they used to have like those metal things that used to like spin around, and some of the damn things we had at the park in the 60s, 70s, 80s were so damn dangerous. Like, I don't know, no one ever got hurt. Everyone was okay. So you can see I told you they're going to make that my old high school grave site. So this is, I think this part of the reason they did that is because this graveyard is full. You know, is it bad luck to fill gravestones? I don't know. So I don't think it's disrespectful or anything, just showing you. So yeah, this is nice here. But funny thing is, my friend's grandmother used to live up here, and I think about now, just like before we get into copper, just like Canadian housing, like these little houses here, like this is a nice larger house here, but like that's probably been rebuilt. Most of the houses on the street were like these small things here. Like these are the kind of things, like, again, when I grew up in the 80s, this little house here would have been $100,000 or $150,000 house. Now, just because it's in this town, it's in southern Ontario, it's in Canada, it's like $1 million house. You know, this thing's like 1.5 to 2 million probably because of the size of it. So, and yeah, so my friend's grandmother used to live down here. Yeah, and like, yeah, they would have bought their house probably in the 50s or 60s when they were like 20 grand. You know, so anyhow, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so you know, I talked about silver, so now I'll talk about gold, copper, because one of my new sponsor companies, or client companies, whatever you want to call it, is Fitzroy, which is used to be Norseman Silver, but now it's more of a copper deal. So they got a property about 200 kilometers north of Santiago. They have another copper property, and they have a silver property in Argentina. And of course, there's going to be increased demand, regardless if you agree with EVs or the green revolution or whatever you want to call it. You need copper, nickel, cobalt, for all those things. And you know, it's estimated that from 2020, you know, basically 4 years ago, to 2050, that 30-year period, the demand for copper is going to double. And I don't. The thing is, okay, maybe I'm too into the junior mining industry. I don't know what these seniors or what globally is happening, but in certain respects, but I don't see any investment in the junior mining industry in Canada at all. So I don't know how they're going to produce all this excess copper. You know, and then places like Chile have put in more socialistic regimes, which, you know, and Mexico as well, which have stricter mining laws and stuff. So I just don't know how they're going to do it. It's like, it's just all mouth speak, right? By politicians. Oh, green economy, green this, green that. But anyhow, the fact of the matter is this: regardless of how it's going to happen, if it's going to happen, is that the actual price, you can make a lot of money at $4.50 copper. Okay, you can make a lot of money at $4.50 copper. You know, you can make a lot of money at $2,600 gold. You can make a lot of money at $33 silver. You can make a lot of money at these prices. So Fitzroy is an interesting company. The chairman is Campbell Smythe, really good friend of mine. I met Campbell over 20 years ago. Did very well in this deal called International PBX for him. Did very well in a deal called Paramount Gold, which was, had his main property taken over by Coeur d'Alene. So I've had a good history. I actually bought the seed financing when it was Norseman at 5 cents, and the stock went to 50 cents. You know, and this is how what happens when these markets are good in these companies. Like, it went to 50 cents on nothing. Like, I didn't have very much back then, but it was just the market was good. People were looking for little silver deals, and it did well. And now if you look at the chart looks like fantastic. It looks like it's about to break, you know, 40, 50 cents a share, you know. So I really like this deal as well. So you know, going forward. So so there you go. So, and you know what I'm going to show you here, this is the corner. Yeah, so FTZ, if it can break this low 20s, it looks like the share structure is pretty good. They just raised 1.7 million. It was oversubscribed. Looks like they're going to do another raise as well. So they'll be pretty cashed up. They want to spend $1 million this year. They want to spend 2 to 4 million in the coming years. In the next, I think the next 2 to 3 years, 2 to 4 years, and then they have to do a final $2 million payment to get the property. So, you know, they're ramping up to do that, and you know, looks like they're able to raise capital pretty easy. And they have one, like I said, there's one property they're drilling right now. The other two are a little more earlier stage, especially the silver property. But you know, just, you know, we'll get to that when they start working on those. But yeah, I really like this little deal. It's like I said, I like the share structure. I like the fact that, you know, I've already made money once, and you can't judge these companies, by the way, just because they went back down. That just happened. So anyhow, where these people are sitting on this bench, it looks like they're smooching. Anyhow, I don't want to bother them, but this is the corner I was mentioning. Yeah, you can see that little wall there. Let me zoom in. So this little wall that was in the corner, that's where this guy was driving, and yeah, there were like leaves like this, but more on the road, and it was like icy. It was like November or something like that, and this guy, instead of turning around the corner, he kept driving into this wall thing here, and my friend jumped on top of it, and he pulled me up. Yeah, and I still remember the car kind of went into here, and if I hadn't been, it went into the wall, and if he hadn't pulled me up and been up here, my leg would have been crushed. So anyhow, so I still remember that like it was yesterday. It was probably 30 years ago. Yeah. So anyhow, okay, and not much has changed down this little street, except for the housing prices are a lot higher. Okay, everybody, that's it. So this, I hope you enjoy the last video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah. So you'll be getting this. I think I'll send them out Monday and Tuesday. So you'll be getting this basically the day I leave. for Canada. Now I'm going to make myself have to post it Monday night because I'm saying this. But anyhow, I hope you enjoyed these little videos here from Canada. It was fun to get something different than the beach and the water. Although I am missing that Bahamas clear blue, beautiful, you know, turquoise water. I can't wait. Wednesday I have to run around and do a bunch of stuff to catch up on things, but I can't wait for, I guess it would be Thursday, just to walk around and you know, and you know, go back to the beach and be in the water. And looks like, knock on wood, you know, with this is gonna be, there's gonna be another big hurricane hits Florida next week, but this is probably about the end of it, mid-October. And it looks like we escaped another major hurricane in Eleuthera this year. Okay, everybody, take care. Bye.